How we doing, guys? It's Jacob with H.I.T, and we're going to do a little legs and abs workout here. We're going to start off with leg extensions, one set to failure. We've got 160 pounds on the stack. We're going to shoot for 10 to 15 reps to failure. I usually do a camera angle from the side, but I wasn't able to this time because it just didn't work out on the machine that I usually prop the camera up on, usually I prop it up on a mirror, but somebody had their belongings next to it, and I tried to prop it up on the hamstring curl machine, and it didn't work out, so we just got a front angle this time, which is not a problem. We're just going to go to failure here, and then we'll move on to a set of squats to failure. I believe we get somewhere around 12 reps here, basically the same as what we've been getting on all of our workouts for legs for the past, I don't know, it's been a while now. Haven't really went up in weight or reps since we're eating in a deficit. And I believe we've just about reached a point of failure here. Yep, that's it. Positive failure. Now we'll move on to squats. One set to failure, and this is done in superset fashion, so in a perfect world I would be able to go right to the squat without any rest at all, but of course you've got the distance between the leg extension machine and the squat rack that you have to deal with, so just trying to get over there as quick as I can. And here we go. We're just going to parallel, trying to go straight up and down, trying not to have any rocking motion. You see, I got the squat shoes on. I got that from Tom Platts. I saw him talk about that on a video, and who better to get squat advice from than Tom Platts? But anyway, just trying to go straight up and down and control it throughout the whole movement. Looking for a quad dominant squat. And I think we get around 8 reps here. Once we complete this, we'll move on to hamstring curls, one set to failure. It's always amazing to me how difficult these squats are just after the leg extensions. It's weird, but we just reached failure. We'll move on to hamstring curls. Here we go with the hamstring curls. We're going to do one set to failure. We got 90 pounds on the stack. Going to shoot for 10 to 15 reps. And actually, something a little different about this here workout is I set it up to where the hamstring curls came after the squats, which is what I always do. But on this particular workout, I actually had to do calf raises first because somebody was using the hamstring curl machine after I did the squats, so I wasn't able to go right into these. I had to do the calves first, but I went ahead and formatted it the same way we usually do on every other legs and abs workout, just to make for, smoother video, and it makes more sense. So once we get done with these, we'll move on to the calf raises, which we actually did before these, but not in the video. And nothing fancy here, just same old, going to a point of positive failure. and no further. Really controlling the negative there. And I believe that's going to do it right there. I thought maybe I could get that last rep, but nope. Now we'll move on to calf raises. Three exercises down, two more to go. Gotta hit the calves and the abs. So for these calf raises, I've got 85-pound dumbbell in each hand with the wrist straps so my grip doesn't give out before my calves. I got a calf block there. I'm just gonna rest my feet on the, or rest the balls of my feet on the calf block. I'm using a barbell for stabilization. Slow and controlled on the way up. Hold for a second or two at the top and then slowly lower. I like to make sure my knees are completely locked and try to keep my legs as straight as possible. You got a little bit of an angle here just because if I was to go straight up and down, then I'd probably fall over, just wouldn't be able to keep stability. But I try to get as straight up and down as possible. And we're shooting for 10 to 15 reps to failure here. You see I give it a little extra bump there at the top too. I try to get all the way to the tippy top, all the way up on my tippy toes, I guess you could say. And that little bump gets me there from time to time. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we're getting right there close to a point of failure here. I think I end up falling off the calf block and resetting here just maybe in a rep or two. Yeah, there it is. And we'll get back on there and try another rep, which I didn't count for my rep count, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I believe we're gonna probably call it after this rep, and then now we're gonna move on to decline sit-ups for the last set. So one more exercise. This is gonna be the last set. One more exercise. When I went to record this part of the workout, somehow or another, I ended up flipping my camera to where you gotta, I don't know what you'd call that, but instead of it recording straight up and down, it recorded on the side. And I figured I'd just leave it in there like that. Shouldn't be a huge deal, I don't think. I don't know if I've ever done that before, but I figure what's one time gonna hurt. But it's a pretty long set here. These decline sit-ups, I really emphasize the control on the way up and holding at the top, and then control on the way down. Shooting for 12 to 20 reps to failure here, and you notice we're just doing body weight. This is about our third or fourth time doing these decline sit-ups, and so we started out with just body weight because we're not worked up to 20 reps, which it's going to be a while before we work up to that anyway, because we're still eating in a deficit. So we're probably going to remain around the same on the reps. We might gain one or two here and there, but whenever we start bulking, we'll progressively overload. So if we, or when we start bulking, when we reach 20 reps on the sit-ups here with the body weight, we'll probably just jump up like 5 or 10 pounds, maybe enough to where we can do 12 reps. And then, whenever we can do 20 reps with 5 or 10 pounds, then we'll move up to 15, or, we'll progressively overload either with reps or weight. But for the time being, we're just going to use body weight, which is sufficient, especially if you haven't done these before. We get around 17 to 18 reps here. I got to thinking while I was doing this set that whenever we do start bulking and I'm looking at building muscle, the easy way to do force reps with this would be, I think, where my feet are hooked there. I'm trying to use my core now, but maybe later on down the road, if I wanted to incorporate some force reps, maybe I could use my feet and really kind of pull myself up with my feet, and then just to get myself up to the top position, and then slowly lower under control using my core. It's just a thought that I had while doing this exercise, but the exercise will be over here just directly. We'll reach a point of failure. So before I get cut off, I want to take this time to say thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go check out the TikTok, which is H.I.T. YouTube is H.I.T. 98. We do high-intensity training the Mike Mentzer way. We get some of our exercises from Dorian Yates. This is where everything we do derives from Dorian Yates, Mike Mentzer, and Arthur Jones. We're in a cut right now. Once we bulk up, we'll see if we can build muscle using this program that I've got. So if you're interested, want to follow along, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.